Hey guys, so like the title says, today I'm going to be showing you 3 ideas for Christmas gifts, woodworking Christmas gifts that you can make, each one in under an hour. One of them might take a little longer. But these will cover almost everyone in the family, the chefs, the plant enthusiasts, and the kids. So the first one is this wooden knife. I just blew this out in my bandsaw in like 5 minutes, just out a piece of poplar. And you don't have to use power tools at all for this. You're just making this out of with a hand tools like a coping saw and some rasps and files would take maybe half an hour. And this is a great gift for little kids, especially little boys, because they just love weapons. I was the same way I'm still the same way, I love weapons, but this is a great way just to give a little kid something. They just make sure to not make the edge too sharp. The second idea is this. Now you're probably like, what the heck is this? This is a planter. So it's a pretty cool idea. Basically, you just put the dirt in there and the plant in there, and you just hang this up on the wall. So to drill a hole through there, and then it's like a hanging plant. And I just used a piece of canvas for this since I had it, and it's probably the best thing for this. Don't use leather, because leather is not very waterproof. It'll get all stained and not last very long. Unless you treat it regularly, which I don't think you want to do. And then you're probably wondering what all these white spots are. These are just places where worms had eaten at the wood, so I just used some plastic wood, which is like wood filler, that fills a little better than epoxy because you can just press it in there. I kind of like the look of the white, or the lighter colors and the darker colors. And then the back isn't really that important. It's just hanging up against a wall. So. I made this in about an hour. I just had to find a piece of wood and get it ready, and then I just used some staples and stapled them in there. You could also use nails, since probably most of you don't have this giant beefy stapler. It's pretty fun to shoot stuff with. Yeah, but you just use nails and then just hammer them in there, and if you're doing bigger nails, you want to drill holes so to split the wood. But this is a great gift for people who love plants, because it enables to hang up on a wall, and they don't need a shelf or anything, and it's just a pretty cool idea that I really like. And the third idea is wooden spatulas for the chefs, or just the cookers. And this is it's fairly easy to make. If you have a bandsaw, it's a lot easier because you can profile it and cut it out a lot faster, but you definitely don't need one. You can still use a coping saw or even just a normal handsaw and some rasps and files. I blew this one out on my bandsaw and some hand planes. This one took a while because it was very hard wood. I don't really know what kind of wood it is, but it's a very dark kind of wood. The wood doesn't really matter that much as long as you make it out of hardwood, because softwood would be too soft and it's not nearly as water resistant. This one I actually made for my mom a while ago, and it's gotten a lot of use, so I was just shining it up again. One thing that you do need to know if you're going to make a spoon, though, or really anything that's going to be in the kitchen, as long as it's going to be getting washed off with water, is that you need to water pop it, and that's basically just dripping some water on it or spraying it around and letting it dry, and that raises the grain a little bit, so then that makes it not smooth, and you sand it down, and then when you go to wash it off after you've done using it, making onions and eggs or something, then it doesn't happen, so it stays nice and smooth, because if you don't do that, it will get all rough every time you use it. Yeah, this is the third idea. This is fairly easy to make. Different levels of advanced, like if you want to make it one thickness, how much you want to thin the edge down, everything. But it's a pretty easy project to make, and you can make a lot of them if you have the tools. And yeah, thanks for watching.